Hello everyone, this is Baxter. Welcome to episode 9 of the Wigan Athletic Career Mode. And we are coming towards the end of the first season. Only 12 games remaining for us in the league. And the league is now our main focus because we've either won or been knocked out of all the cup competitions. So the league is just the main target. And as you can see, we are currently 12 points ahead of second place Scunthorpe. We have a game in hand over pretty much everybody other than Rochdale, which is a game in hand we will be playing this episode, and things are looking good with only, for other teams, 33 points left available. Playoff places are looking pretty much guaranteed. I think if we win our next 2 games we are guaranteed a spot in the playoff places, and if we win our next 4 or 5 we are guaranteed to get promotion, and then again if we win our next 8 games I believe we are definitely going to get the title. So that is the aim now. Only a few episodes left, and now let's get into this episode and go into the youth scout report. And here is the scout report. We're going to quickly jump down to the new people like Toby Bennett will keep scouting, Dominic Allen we're going to say no to, as well as Henry Bennett is going to get rejected, and we'll keep Tyler Harris for now, but I'm not sure about him. But Harrison Mitchell's looking pretty good. Good value and a good potential, so yeah, they're not too bad. Joel Phillips looking not that good. We might reject him in the future. Toby Brown looking average. Jonathan Bell's looking pretty good, but his overall is shockingly bad, so we'll keep him scouting. Same with Jordan Turner, and same with Elliot Griffiths. And Lewis Richardson, good overall, but that potential has dropped off quite considerably. He still would be a good fit for the team if he comes in like he's 58 overall. He can, you know, get up to a good point in his career, but I don't know, we'll keep scouting him for now. And again, if any of these people leave, I wouldn't be too bothered. The only really good person here is potentially Harrison Mitchell. And now we're going into the first game of the episode, and it's a big one. It's us versus Blackburn. Bit of a tasty fixture this one, and hopefully it's one we can win and, you know, get one over on our local rivals. So we're at Ewood Park for this one. The last time we played Blackburn, I can't remember the scoreline, I really can't, but I think the big thing to take away from this game for us before we start is that Byrne is playing as a central midfielder, replacing Morsey, and we've also dropped Boateng in favour of Colclough, mainly because I want to try out something that I may have figured out in the last episode, but I'm going to just find out if it really does exist. There's no one really ahead of him in a good position. Now there is. Into Powell, laid off to Grigg, back to Powell, good little run from Powell. Finish it! Oh, he tried the near post finish and it was a good save by Loutvilla. Grigg forward to Dunkley, well Massey even, why am I saying Dunkley for? Good first touch. Ball in the box, Colclough, and it's fucking saved again by Loutvilla. Ah, Colclough. Colclough, here we go. Bit of a run from my fucking players now. No one running out. Look at the fucking runs being made by the team. They're non-existent, but finally to Jacobs. And we've got a goal. And it's... to be honest, we've deserved a goal, but Jacobs hasn't. Jacobs has been shit this game. He's been making weird passes, missing the ball on occasions, but that was all down to Colclough running forward. Got the ball across, took my time with it, didn't rush. Back of the net. Bit of like a... almost like Chaplin did when he scored in the league. I can't remember who it was against. Was it against Blackpool? Where he just put it through the legs of the keeper. Very similar situation to that one. And it is a goal for Jacobs. 13th in the league and his first in a long while. Hopefully that will fix him and he can, you know, do better from now on. That Powell back to Jacobs. I said back to him. It's the fucking first pass they've really done all game, to be honest. Powell to Colclough. Needs someone to help him out. There you go, Massett. Jacobs open once again. Can he finish this one? No, he can't. But can Powell? No, he can't. Oh, you fucking dick. You can't head for shit, mate, can you? Oh, Massey, I wish I would have fucking run forward then, mate. I really do. Boateng. Bit of space for him. Here we go. Pass it off. Grigg off to Jacobs. Whipping a ball in. And it's Boateng. And it's 2-0. There it is. That should be game now. And has he got himself injured by scoring the goal? He just might have done. Can the game continue, please? Is he getting back up? I think he is. Oh, there we go. He's back up. I know he's celebrating again. He's celebrating again. He's not injured. He's trapped. Everyone's around him. Help. Can we finish the celebration? Thank you for that. Well, that was just weird. But anyway, a good bit of movement on the right side. Balling by Jacobs. No one marking Boateng, who then had an easy-ish finish. Good volley, and it's like his 5th goal now. Maybe his 5th goal in like 2 and a bit months. Not been a bad signing, but when we start him, we do shit, so I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, 5 goals in the league for him, and it's 2-0. Look at that passing around him. And through to Boateng, who has pace, should be able to beat his man here. Fake shot inside. And for his second, Emmanuel Boateng, 2 goals, coming on as a sub. I was hoping you would do a fucking backflip and shit, but no, you've ruined the fucking occasion. Thank you very much. Thank you for ruining my fucking day, Boateng. But yeah, Boateng, just a little fake shot inside, defenders didn't react quick enough, and he has the pace to get around his men and shoot. And there you go. 3-0, game well and truly over now. Can we there you go. I was about to say, can we end the game? But there you go, it is a 3-0 win, and my theory was correct. If we don't start Boateng and start somebody else, then bring on Boateng either as a left mid or a central attacking mid, we do better. And it was a 1-0 game. We were in control definitely the first half and for like the next 15 minutes of the second half. We brought on Boateng. We were a bit weaker defensively, but we got them 2 kind of counter-attacking goals, and in the end it was a 3-0 win. And 2 for Boateng off the bench. Not bad at all from him. And a well-deserved win in the end. I think every shot on target that we had that missed was a header. So that kind of says a lot. But there you go. 3-0 win. Well-deserved. And on to the next game. And our next game will be against Scunthorpe. And you might have noticed my voice isn't as good as it should be. And that is because after that Blackburn game, I started feeling a bit unwell. So I took a break from recording. Was planning on going back later that day to finish the recording off. However, I felt really shit that day, so I've come back the next day. My voice is a bit iffy, my nose is a bit but I should be okay to finish off this month and then get some rest. But yeah, this game is against Scunthorpe. It is a very big game. But unfortunately, the rest of this episode will be post-commentary. I did go on to record the episode live, but back through watching it and editing, there was just no chance I could release it. There was too much of me coughing during important moments of the game, and it wasn't good quality, so I figured I'll do post commentary. I'm not exactly feeling perfect at the moment, but better than I was. I think it was 2 days ago when I recorded this, and this is also the reason why this video is coming out a day late, because yep, one of them things, people get ill, and I got ill. You probably can still hear me being a bit ill at the moment, like you might hear me wheezing slightly, but I do apologise for that. I want to get this video out there. It is slightly better quality than it would be with the live commentary, but it is a day late and might not be perfect, but it's still better than nothing. So back on with the actual game itself, you can see we are 1-0 down. Scunthorpe with their first chance of the game going in, our first chance missed, but then we got our second chance of the game, and it was Will Grigg who got it, and you know, that was a pretty good finish actually from the Northern Irish man. A lot of power on that shot. I think it was a right-footed shot assisted by Jack Byrne. Powered it into that top corner, and Matt Gilks with absolutely no chance. And this was a top of the table clash, and in hindsight this game was actually one of the biggest in the league anyway, because if we won this game and went on to actually win the league, this would be a very pivotal point. But you can see though we were trying our best, throwing bodies forward, like throwing pretty much everything forward, but Matt Gilks making a fantastic save from Grigg there and turning it behind for a corner. And then just after half time, almost literally after half time, they get forward again, pass it around a bit, the ball comes through here eventually, and it bounces off Nathan Byrne into the path of the striker. I think actually it might have been Morris. I think he's either an attacking midfielder or a winger, but if you watch this again, that is just complete and utter bullshit. Not even the fact sorry about that. Not even the fact that the ball falls to their man, but it's the fact that it bounces off Byrne and goes past our man to get to their man. So that was a bit annoying. And it was at this point in the game. So yeah, I'm I'm stumbling over words and shit. But it was at this point in the game where I had a phone call, so I had to go off and take it. It ended up being a half-an-hour phone call. I came back, fresh head, and we went and scored that goal. Nick Powell, just beautiful finish, all the way from the keeper as well. Amazing, and yeah, just a fantastic strike from the Englishman, and just, yeah, a goal that was massive at the time and also massive for him, because out of our front, like, 5 players, he was the one who scored the least amount of goals. And we kept trying. See there, Jilks making a save from Massey. We were trying to get in front in this game because we managed to pull it level, but we just couldn't break through Scunthorpe's defence, and if we did, Jilks was there to make saves. But we brought on Boateng, and he changed the game massively because he managed to get the next goal. That'll be the most crucial goal in the game, and he scored it, making it 3-2. And after that Blackburn game, I figured, yeah, we signed Boateng. Yes, he is an amazing player, but he is going to have to be a bench player, just because when we bring him off the bench, we do well. And it continued to be a thing in this episode, because you can see here, he skips past 2 players with ease. That pace off the bench against tired legs is just amazing, and he gets his fourth goal of the episode and the 4th goal of this game. Just so quick forward, and yeah, Jilks may have got a little bit of a touch on that with his head or his face, because, you know, that's what Matt Jilks does. But yeah, it was a good finish from Boateng, and it well and truly put the game to bed. We tried to get a 5th through Chaplin, but it came off the post, so unlucky for him, also coming off the bench. But that was how the game would end. A 4-2 win, and, you know, a very good game in the end. You can see the stats there. Even game, and they definitely dominated the first half and for the first 15 minutes of the second half, but a phone call that lasted half an hour changed that game for the better for me, because I came back with a fresh head. But also, after that winning that game, we learned something quite important, and I wonder why my players were celebrating quite a bit. It was because we actually got promoted from that game. You can see the point difference, and with doing a bit of maths, you can also do it yourself if you want to. There was no chance that Wimbledon could catch us, and we had guaranteed ourselves automatic promotion. Not in first place, but definitely automatic promotion. But so then, after learning that, I figured I don't really have to play as many games as I have been, so you will see a fair few more games simulated for these next few episodes. It's kind of come at a good time, because I'm actually not feeling that well as well, so, you know, things work out for the better in the end. And you can see this game against Rochdale, which was our game in hand. We skipped it forward. It was a boring 0-0 draw, but at the end of the day, it was the game in hand we had. Any points we got from that would be bonus and extra, so I would happily take the 1 point. Even though Rochdale were pretty shit, I figured, yeah, it's not too bad. And in the next game, it was against Walsall. You see the first chance come to Grigg. At the time, I thought that was a fantastic save by Gillespie, but on the replay, you can see, not really. Probably should have done better with that, maybe put it out. Maybe not for a corner, could have done better with it, and in the end they would pay from that, because it was our typical corner routine, something that I feel is better on FIFA 18, the corners, but they're still not good. Because FIFA 17 corners, we all know, were shit. But this time round, this seemed like the new method: whip a ball in, then just flick it onto the back stick, and it was Dunkley to Dan Burn, and it was a goal for us, 1-0 up. And this was one of them games that I was just feeling good from the start. Anything that I but every time I went forward, I felt something was going to happen, and it pretty much almost did every time. You see Massey here with a chance, comes off the defender and then cleared as well. I don't think it was off the line by the defender, but it was cleared and stopped it going out for a corner. Then we had Corcliffe on the ball here. We're just kind of like stuck on the edge of the box for a bit. You see they've got loads of men back. I think every man we had forward was man marked at some point, even Nathan Byrne. We passed it round waiting for a bit of space. We found it with Powell. We thought, fuck it, shoot, and Powell doing a fucking bit of business this episode. That goal against Scunthorpe, and now this one against Walsall, putting us 2-0 up. And he always scores good goals. He always does. I don't think he's ever scored a simple goal in this career mode so far. Good right-footed strike. and the keeper had absolutely no chance. Diving to his right, but he couldn't reach it. And Walsall, on a rare occasion they got forward, they were stopped by Dunkley and Dan Burn very easily. That was Dan Burn that time around, but honestly I could probably show about 10 other highlights of Dunkley and Dan Burn stopping him, but I won't. But we got forward once again from this. Grigg had a shot this time and it was saved by Gillespie, and this started a trend in this second half of Gillespie the fucking god, because he makes a save there. It's a good save, sliding out, gets his body to it, but then he doesn't stop there. Powell has an overhead kick and Gillespie saves it once again, but puts it around for a corner. Good movement from him. Then he does another good save here, this time onto the post from Jack Byrne, and you see it again in a replay. It's not the perfect replay, but just look at that. It's a cracking save, and to get it onto the post is amazing. And we were trying for this third goal, we really were. We brought on Chaplin, who had a chance here to play it across to Boateng, who came on and he couldn't put it on target. And we just kept going forward and forward. But every time we did, Gillespie was either in the way, or if we got past him, the shot went wide. Ball through there, not the best of chances, but again, a good, comfortable save. He didn't drop it, he didn't spill it, and he kept hold of it. He had a chance at the end with Chaplin, and I just took the piss. He just fucking ran at the ball, didn't even move, just stood still, let the ball hit him. He was in massive... Sorry about that. He was in massively good form in the second half, and saved a lot of shots. You can see there from these stats, no shots at all from Walsall, and we had 12 on target, so yeah, dominant from that Gillespie in that goal. Then the next game was against Bury, or Berry, B-U-R-Y, however you want to fucking pronounce it. And we started off this game like we ended the last, going forward. This time it was massive, not the best of shots. And then it fell once again. I think it was Powell that time around, and the keeper just nonchalantly tipped it over the bar. Was like, yeah, who gives a shit. Then we had Dunkley winning the ball up front. Honestly, I don't know how he did it. Ball came in the end, I think it was to Chaplin, who was up front, and he had a shot that was saved by the keeper. I think this game we had a few rotation players on because of international duty. But you see there that Nathan Byrne won the ball. Good slide tackle, probably a handball. The ball fell to Chaplin and he shot on it, hit the post and fell back to the keeper. So last game it was the keeper doing well. This game it was the post and just us not taking our chances perfectly. But eventually we got the ball to Jacobs on the right side from a throw-in, and we got the goal. Chaplin with the assist. So unlucky to not get a goal himself for the first 20-25 minutes, but he managed to find Jacobs in space and he got it perfectly into the corner there. Keeper had no chance. Maybe could have dived a bit sooner, but you know, I always say this, I'm always quite critical of keepers, especially since this new update. I'm expecting them to do a lot more. But then in the last few minutes of the game kind of died down a bit. But we managed to get ourselves our second goal, and who else was it going to be? Emmanuel Boateng. This guy, honestly, if you're looking for a player to buy for any team, you could be a top team, a low team, as long as you've got about £1 million budget, bring this guy in. Off the bench he is fantastic, starting he is good. He might make other players play a bit shit, but as a left midfielder he has got so much pace and cracking finishing ability that it's definitely worth having him in your team. And we almost got ourselves a third goal here with Colclough, but it was just wide of the post, and in the end it was a 2-0 win for us. Dunkley was doing well. The only reason he got short for was because he got a yellow card at the end. So not as dominant as the last game, but still we performed very well and were good value for the 3 points. And the next game was on the 31st of March, which happens to be my birthday, which is good and bad because it's a Saturday and I might be working on my birthday. So you can see here Wigan vs Oldham, we got 1-0 up after, 8 minutes. Chaplin finally getting a goal this episode, and typical that it wasn't me controlling him. And again, sorry about the coughing by the way, it's me, I'm sick. I skipped ahead and we did draw again in a sim game, but it was fucking Craig Davis who scored the equalising goal for Oldham. Kind of a kick in the balls there, but now on to Player of the Month, and Boateng got it, 5 goals. He was fantastic off the bench in that Blackburn game, in the Scunthorpe game, and also in the last game we played he was good as well. But I decided, you know what, no, let's do 2 players of the month. And the next one was Shea Dunkley. This guy was just a rock out the back, and even getting forward. He got an assist for Dan Burn, won the ball in attacking positions as well, so a dual player of the month for Merch, Dunkley and Boateng. Boateng going forward was fantastic, but Dunkley at the back, he helped us keep a lot of clean sheets when we played. He was unlucky in the Scunthorpe game that we got fucked over. But now towards the end of the episode, and again, I do apologise for any noises you might have heard, like me clearing my throat, a bit of wheezing, or even just cracks in my bones. That's how fucking shit I'm feeling at the moment. This is goal of the month, and yeah, it was just a perfect goal from start to finish, all the way from the keeper up to Nick Powell, who gets the goal, and it's a goal that ended up swinging the momentum back in our favour, so that helped as well. But yeah, cracking goal by Nick Powell, and that is it for this episode. Episode 9, I'll see you again next time for episode 10, which is the last big one of the season. So yeah, goodbye.